private investigator. A job full of deceit and deception.
I think my husband's cheating on me.
A dangerous job.
She is calling the 5-0. Oh, go.
Undercover surveillance.
Is that the right plate? Yeah.
Background checks.
What we need is we need dirt.
Drug intervention.
Mess around with drugs? You dealing?
Cheating spouses.
There you go, buddy. Suave.
If you're suspicious, there is a solution.
I love being a private eye. They play dirty. I couldn't do 9 to 5.
On the Mark Investigators.
Let's go.
The most relentless team in the business. A 10-year veteran, Mark Chiappetta, calls the shots.
I got a great team.
My name is Jay Harris. My specialty is surveillance, mobile surveillance, following people, finding out where they live, what they're doing. Basically just being a sneaky prick. Susie.
What's up, sexy?
My name is Susie Friday.
We're kind of getting our hands dirty a little bit.
I recognize I'm a novice, but I feel like I just want to jump in and do it.
That's going to be interesting.
For these guys, no one is untouchable. So if you're up to no good, you better watch your back.
We're going to Attorney Joe Krowski's office.
All the way up and around, take another right.
One of Mark Chiappetta's main clients is Joe Krowski, the best criminal defense attorney in New England.
He either had a gun on him or picked up a gun, we don't know, aimed it at the officer on duty, then fired into a crowd. Didn't hit anyone. You can't fire a bullet into a crowd without hitting anyone, so I think that's all bullshit. Okay. But our defense is that there's a potential self-defense, and the possession of the gun might have just been what we call transitory. He might have just grabbed it.
It's obvious that Jay has some issues dealing with criminal work.
Mark believes everyone is innocent until proven guilty. However, I believe everyone's guilty until proven innocent.
I've represented a lot of people that have, you know, real violent, real dangerous people, and because of me, they're walking on the streets. And
I thought your job was to make sure they get a fair trial. I didn't think your job was to get them off,
my job
knowing they were guilty.
My job's to bring them home. That's my only job.
So you get a rapist off, and he goes out and rapes another woman. You don't feel anything?
I never. If I start thinking about that, I'm dead on arrival.
When push comes to shove, Jay and Mark rarely see eye to eye.
His job is to make sure he gets a fair trial. His job is not to get him off.
But you understand the way that the 5-0 plays? They play dirty. You got to think of the other angle, Jay. You're gonna meet Peter.
You're gonna meet Tinker Bell and fly back to Fairyland. What the fuck are you talking about?
No, you're gonna be doing this type of shit.
No,
you're gonna have to.
Running a PI firm is stressful business, but Mark's got even bigger responsibilities at home. Mark's a father of 4, with 2 of his boys fighting Duchenne's muscular dystrophy, a condition that has no cure.
I always say I wear many hats in life. It's fun and it's interesting, and my family knows that if they want a good life, that they got to understand that Daddy has to juggle many things. And I get a call from a woman who's crying about her husband cheating, or if I get a call about a homicide case, this kid's quiet down for a second, put the PlayStation down, I got to take some notes. And we can. I mean, do you have any specific times that you think that you might want him watched?
It's a lot to juggle, but this is what it's all about. His kids are #1 on his list. While always on the job, it's his time at home that makes it all worthwhile.
This is what you do as a parent. You worry your rear end off. You let him do it, you sit here and watch, and you pray to God nothing's going to happen. And you do it for the rest of your lives. The rest, and even when they're old. I'm sure. I don't know. I'm sure my parents like that, or your parents are like that. Just worry.
Hello?
At headquarters in Brockton, Massachusetts, things can get hectic fast.
Well, I don't know if you can help me enough, but I think my husband's cheating on me.
Give us a brief description of Kevin if you can.
He's a white male, of 5'7", with dark hair, 40 years old.
When does he normally get out of work?
He normally gets out about 6.
Do me a favor, don't call him tonight. I'll talk to you in a little bit.
All right. Thanks. Bye-bye.
Okay, cool.
Here he comes, man.
Jay Harris is the surveillance expert. His claim to fame is that he's only been made twice in 12 years, so he knows how the game works.
Is that the right plate? Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't look at me.
He's taking off early. Let's roll. You know what, this dude right now, he's so focused on going to get laid, he's not paying attention to us at this point.
Typically what happens is that the culprits will meet in a parking lot.
I see movement in the car. Something's going on.
Stakeouts are tricky, so Mark and Jay lay low.
How many times you left the camera on record and you get home and all you can see is the inside of your camera bag?
Never.
You're full of it.
Oh, yeah, there you go, buddy. Suave.
There you go. What the hell, man? He put that thing in Hyundai Rocket Blast?
He did, too.
Where is he?
It's right there.
You got him in sight? Is he
Yeah.
still? He's in the right. Did he cross
He's right
over?
in front of that Mercedes right
There he is.
These guys cover a lot of ground, and they know that they have to hang back to avoid being made.
Bingo. What's this place called?
Oh, the Riviera Cafe.
There they go. What do you think? What do you think of giving Susie a call, sending her down?
Right now, I mostly operate as a decoy with Mark. I've never done anything on my own yet, which is kind of what I'm hoping to do eventually.
This is Susie's game. She appears harmless and easy to talk to, so most people find her irresistible.
All right, thanks.
I don't like to go in and watch people from afar. I like to walk right up to them and start a conversation because then I can get more information than anyone's ever hoping for. I can find out how long the relationship's been going on.
Is this seat taken? Oh.
Across the bar, Mark has a camera. His goal is to capture the whole scene while Susie detracts the suspects.
But I think it's fun to lie and sneak around and see if you can fool people. So it's sort of a free pass, I guess you'd say.
The plan has worked. Mark gives Susie the signal to say goodnight.
The reason they hire us is because they already know. You know, in their gut, they know that what they suspect is true, but they want proof. But they really don't want to get the proof, and when they get it, they know they sort of have to do something with that. Now it's real, and that can be very sad.
While the job may be tough, it still needs to be done. Today, the crew is heading out for a little background investigation.
Our client is a male, and he is trying to get full custody of the child. He needs some hard evidence. He needs to be able to prove to the judge that this woman is unfit.
As sly and experienced as Mark may be, sometimes things just don't go right.
Last time we surveilled her, Jay got a little too aggressive. And
From 50 miles away, I got too aggressive.
and was made.
Jay and Susie are relentless.
No, I was actually made. I'm sorry. I admit it.
You?
I admit it.
Put it this way, when I pulled up, I pull up on the street and I look over, I see Mark's car pulled over, and this wacky little chick yelling at him. Good one, boss.
But all kidding aside, the crew has a big problem.
I'm not feeling good about this, Jay. How about you?
This case?
Yeah, going up and...
No, this is gonna be a straight clusterfuck, I guarantee you.
Mark has forgotten his credentials.
You don't even have your license, nothing?
No. I have nothing on my badge. I don't got nothing.
This could be a long
How you
day.
doing, buddy?
Mark Chiappetto. I'm actually a
How you
licensed private detective here in Commonwealth, Massachusetts. This is my card. What we need is we need dirt. We need to know where she's going, where she's hanging out, what kind of drugs she's doing. A little concerned because I didn't have my actual state credentials on me, and the wife questioned me on that.
Do you have anything like credentials?
I just gave you a business card. You can call the police.
The neighbors are so scared of this lady.
Yeah.
No one calls the police when they have fights. They threaten to kill their horses.
I still have the little note that the little boy wrote my son that I'm
Right.
going to take your horses and I'm going to kill your horses. And he said, I wish
Really?
your family dies.
I left it with him that this is ongoing. If something happens, call me ASAP on my cell phone. We'll get over there. We should get the fuck out of here. Let's get the fuck out of here.
Whether it's your marriage, your kid, or a judge's verdict hanging in the balance, Mark, Jay, and Susie are always on call and always on the move. So if deception's your game, you better be careful. You never know who's watching.